ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new video, and it's an exciting one. It's an exciting time of the year. We get the first feature preview of FM21 and I'm very excited for it. I haven't watched it yet, so you'll get my first reactions. As I said, I am very excited for this preview. I'm excited to see what kind of new features they put in and how they improve features that were already in there. So let's just get right into it. And let's take a look at what new features are there. It might take me a while, a couple of times to watch this to get everything that's in there, but I'll try my best for you guys. Of course, you guys probably just as excited as I am. Let's get straight into it. This is the beginning of the video. It's only 1 minute long, so it's either not going to be a lot of new features or they're going to show it very quickly. Probably the second one, because they don't want to give anything too detailed away already. There has to be, of course, some kind of secrets for us to find out, some mysteries to make it even more exciting. But let's get into it. Let's start the video. Alright, so your season starts here. Actually, it starts here. Setting up the game database, of course. As always, that's the beginning of your save, setting up the database, which leagues you've chosen, what club you've chosen, of course. So this is the squad view. The first thing that I noticed here is that Leicester actually have their actual badge in there, which is interesting because, of course, as you guys know, the Premier League clubs do not have their actual badges in the game. You have to download the logo packs, as always. But it seems to be that Leicester do have their original badge in the game, so that's pretty cool. Nothing too big, but might be a good start. Maybe in the future we can have more teams in the Premier League that actually have their actual badge in there. But for now, Leicester have their badge, it seems. Other than that, by the way, this screen, for a second, this screen doesn't really look too different from FM20, of course. I don't think the sidebar doesn't look any different either. No, I don't think so. The only thing that I notice here is the badge. So let's move on. Alright, so this looks a little bit different. I think when I take a look at this, of course, these are the players. So what I do notice in this screen is this is probably the morale of the players, how happy they are. These players are happy. These are probably either neutral or a little bit negative, and I think this is either the fitness or injury. I don't think you can show fitness in this icon very well, but maybe it's if they're injured or not. So that could be it. It looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool to have those two icons to represent morale and then either fitness or injuries or whatever it may be. Find your targets. So recruitment meetings. Did it just say recruitment meetings? Oh well, I skipped a little bit too far back. Find your targets. Yeah, alright. Recruitment meeting. Alright, so this looks pretty cool. Alright, so you actually have meetings and it seems to me that you get advice from your staff on what positions you are best to improve. Of course, this was already some way implemented in the game. In the team report, they said, well, you have some weak points here, and you could check the team depth, of course, as well. But this looks like it's more detailed, more in depth. So it looks to be that you can get a meeting and get advice for which positions to look for new players. And it says here, deep lying forward, we lack depth for this role, so that's due to the depth. And left wing back, our first choice in this role, is due to probably leave the club when his contract ends or something like that. So they tell you that that is the best position to look for a new player. Also, it is very small, but Watford also have their badge in there, so that's pretty cool as well. Due to leave at the end of the season, probably something like that. Alright, so this is new as well. Not all of it. Transfer status, add to shortlist, make an offer, offer trial is all the same. The only thing that's different is ask agent about availability. Normally you could make an inquiry, as it says right there. You can make an inquiry at the club if they want to sell him, but you can ask the agent now about his availability availability, which is pretty cool because then that means you don't rely on what the club says. You can actually already check if the player would be interested in coming to your club, which is a pretty cool new feature if you ask me. I like it pretty much. So that's pretty cool. And handle the media. Alright, so this is way more in depth. Um, this is probably all the journalists, all the interviewers. As you can see here, down at the bottom. Not gonna move my mouse there because, well, I can. Yeah, I can. So you got the manager here. You get the press officer from your club, probably. No comment, and I don't know what that is. The all of the button all the way to the left. But these are all the journalists from all the different either newspapers or websites or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Gives a new feel as if you're actually in front of the interviewers, in front of the journalists in the press room. So that's pretty cool. And alright, so this is already well, it's not necessarily a new question, but you can actually see who is asking the question and what the interviewer, what the journalist, how he is feeling. Maybe they will also show how their feeling is towards you, so if they like you or if they dislike you due to previous answers. So that would be pretty cool as well. Prepare for match day. Alright, so of course the schedule. Perfect your tactics, pretty much advised. Alright, so this is also, I think, already in the game in some way. You can look again at your analyst report and your scout reports, and they will tell you, well, in the last few games, this could have been better and this could have been better, and based on that, they give you advice on what to change from your tactics. But this looks to be like you get the report before every game, and then you can either agree or disagree to implement that into your tactics for the next game. So that's pretty cool, and motivate your players. Alright, so Tom Cleverly comes to the boss, and this is so cool. You open your arms widely towards the player, which appears to improve their body language. I mean, you can actually use non-verbal communication right in the new game to communicate with your players and make them maybe more at ease or less at ease, of course, and that would change probably the way they're feeling about you as well. So that's very, very cool. You don't only have the couple of standard answers you can give. You can also use non-verbal communication. So that's very cool. So yeah, in short, oh, I don't know why I skipped it there. So in short, very cool looking feature that you can use your non-verbal communication. So that's something to look out for in the next game. Really excited for that as well. So on to the next screen, it says manage the game in more detail. Oh my god. So this is something that I love. I mean, as I've mentioned in my videos before, I am a statistic nerd. Absolutely love statistics and everything that comes with it. And this is something that I love. The XG match story, or however you want to call it. Anyway, that's the expected amount of goals. They calculate that looking at the shots, the distance to the goal, the angle to the goal, how many players are in between the player that shoots the ball and the goal. So I love this. I love that you can actually now see what the expected amount of goals was and how many goals you did score. That's something that could be really, really useful when looking at your tactics. So that's very cool. The shot map as well, and the XG per shot as well. So that's very cool as well. The shot map, I love that as well. Average positions, that's the heat map. I mean, that's not really different, but indeed. Oh, every time I pull it back a little bit, it's 10 seconds. So here you can see indeed the badge of Leicester and the badge of Watford as well. So dominate the touchline, make the calls that matter. Alright, so this is the Bundesliga, and this screen looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks very, very realistic, more than last season. So that's very cool. That maybe they get some they get more realistic features for the Bundesliga as well. So that's also something that's really exciting, especially for those of you that want to manage in Germany. And here as well, it looks more realistic. The scoreboard here on the top left hand side, and also this right here in the bottom looks more realistic. So that's very cool. And what was that goal? Let's just take a look at how this second goal went. It's a chip over the keeper. I've never seen that before. I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe my players don't score good enough goals to do that. But yeah. Alright, so sorry for the cut. I got a call, so I hope that it's not too bad. And in the meantime, some of my neighbors decided to go work on their house, which is pretty annoying. So if you hear any background noise that is bothering you, I am very sorry. It's always when I start to record that they decide to intrude, so to say. But let's get straight into this. I think it's one of the last screens, only 9 seconds left. Probably moments to remember. The badge of Hoffenheim as well. So biggest win. All right, so this is pretty cool. I think we had this, of course, the biggest win. You can see that in the records, the highest scoring match as well as the goal of the season. You can see the goal of the season in the records, but you get a report at the end of the year. I think you get every one of these in that report, but this way, how they show it right now is better, I think, than in the last game. In the last game, it was of course all just in a straight line in a column, and this looks pretty cool. You can see what game it was, what the score was, who the goal scorers were, and yeah, I think this looks really good. So that's also something for me, for someone who loves this kind of stuff, a very cool feature. So I love that as well. And that was indeed the last screen. This, of course, Football Manager 2021 out November 24th. I can't wait, guys. If you're interested in what I'm gonna do for the next game, stay tuned on my channel. I will post a video on what my plans are. I think, or at least a trailer for the main series. I'm not too sure on what my beta save will be quite yet. So if you have any suggestions for what you want, what club you want me to manage in the beta save, leave them in the comments below. I will check it out and I will consider it. I do have my plans already for the full game, so stay tuned for the trailer or my video on my plans for next game. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.